Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your mid-June reading. Yeah, it's been busy already, and this month is going to go so fast. So I decided that I should do a mid-June because it's going to be a very fast month. And I think we need info and kind of there's something coming for the collective that's been showing up in the readings. So let me go ahead and draw these for you. Um, Jupiter in our sign has just been knocking it out of the park as far as this energy stuff. And I don't mind the energy, but I have had to do some things to settle things down. Roots of abundance. Jupiter is in our first house. Yay. If you're a Gemini ascendant, and I'm enjoying that, but it's like also you have to be careful because you don't want to overeat, you don't want to get larger. I was told one time that sometimes when you are Jupiter in your first house, you have a tendency to gain weight. So don't overdo the food thing. What I would say is cycle that into increased activity and I mean physical activity of some kind or another. Definitely because you need to release, there's so much energy that's going on with this that we have to release it. And you should always make your astrology work for you. Give the planets an assignment so that they don't have free time to cause trouble. So, roots of abundance, that's great. It is what it is. I feel like there's more than one card here. There is. Okay. The rose's kiss. It is what it is, the rose's kiss. And I think that is here's the thing with us. This is like, it should be a Gemini motto. We're mutable, we're adjustable, we're able to take on changes in circumstances and go, oh, great, this is great. Something new. I can learn something new. Other people don't adjust as easy as that. Sacred reverence. I like this card showing up. I do. We'll see what the tarot has to say. But I really like it. To start off with roots of abundance, not a bad thing. So let's take a look at the tarot for Gemini for mid-June. I think it's going to be great. I think we're going to be busy, but right around the corner is the summer solstice. We are entering the summer here, definitely. Okay, this just fell out. I'm going to let that sit over there for a second, and I will show you to you in just a minute. But I tell you, it's like there's something that's going on with the collective that isn't going to be fun. Now, people that are like us, that pay attention to things, are going to find that we're not as bad off as the collective is because we don't live in fear. Just trust your instincts of things that are going on and use that great mutable energy that Gemini has, because this is people getting up in their head. And I don't think this is necessarily you. It could be, but I think you need to stay away from that fear mentality. This can be bad dreams, trouble sleeping, and you may have trouble sleeping just because, there's been such high activity recently with and it's not bad activity, it's just like very high energetic activity that may be affecting your sleep. But I really think try and keep not only a physical um, way to ground yourself, but also a mental way to ground yourself. Because when we have all this stuff going on, we might get we might get a little bit flighty, scattered. So making sure that you focus your energy is going to help you, because it's really annoying to do a bunch of work and finding out that don't put effort into work that really isn't needed, right? So let's take a look at the tarot. Ten of Wands, big changes, endings, moving on. And I don't think it's you. I think it's a collective. The wheel. And I feel like there's justice tied into this. Divine timing. Things are moving in your favor, right? And take advantage, especially if you were born during the day. Jupiter is your most benefic planet. So take advantage of this year, and especially when it gets close to any, whether it's close to your ascendant or whether you have any other planets in that sign. So really notice um, different synchronicities out there. Things are going to be divine timing, but it's like it is what it is. So it's interesting. And then under sacred reverence, what's the first thing up? Seven of Pentacles. To me, this is telling you, yes, you do. I'm like, oh, the first thing that came out, Gemini needs to ground. Gemini needs to keep some grounding energy in there, right? I really think that is what is needed. And that's it's under sacred reverence. So I'm really getting the feeling that it's a spiritual practice for you. Not that you don't like plants. I'm just saying that um, not only releasing some of this high energy by doing a physical activity, but also being grounded in what you're doing. Three of Wands, moving on, something else coming in under roots of abundance. Roots of abundance. Seven of Pentacles and the roots of abundance over here. Okay. And then the Chariot. This is Cancer energy. This is July. And actually, this would be also the summer solstice. And this would be in the position of a timing card. So whatever's going on for you is going on, like I said, mid-June. So this is like, oh, well, definitely there was a reason why I was told to do a mid-June reading. So it was like, what should I do? And it's like, oh, no, you need to do mid-June. So there are messages coming out here. And Major Arcana so far under this middle row. King of Swords. Yes. I think you need to decide what's your priority. I love the dragon there. Um, you need to decide your priorities. This is Aquarius energy, King of Swords. He makes decisions based on the fact. Okay, Gemini loves to dig up the facts. And the more knowledge you have, the better you can make an informed decision. Okay. It's interesting. It's under sacred reverence. So I think keep your wits about you. This I'm getting this keep your wits about you, right? Whatever the situation, and I'm positive it's coming up for the collective. I can't even tell you why or what it's going to be, but it's something that, just keep that Gemini mutability in your hip pocket. This is the Hierophant. This is ascension. This is someone who is a leader, but a spiritual leader, right? And you'll notice that this spiritual leader is not in a suit. He's more of the earth, right? And I think it's more about reaching that higher connection. Look at the joy. So I think, let me just, Ace of Wands. Okay. This came under the Chariot. Let me do this more, and then I'll pull all of these up more to look at. Page of Pentacles. This is the beginning of starting something new here. And I'll pull some additional cards, but let me pull one more from the underside of the deck. Endings. Yes. Oh my God. Okay, good. Yay. I think it's going to be a natural disaster, honestly. You know why I think that? Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, ending. And you had the Ten of Wands earlier, ending. And then you have this energy of the Empress, the Earth. And that's why I think it's something like a natural disaster that's going to be happening, or something that's going to be too much rain, too much water. To me, it feels like it's a lot of things with that. And I may be off, but I feel I've been really getting these strong messages that there's something going on. It may not be in your immediate area, but it may be somewhere else. So let's take a look at all of these, right? We should look. So roots of abundance. At the base, everything for you is going to still be working out. But look at this. May need to move on, may need to move on. And you have this, just stay in that higher vibration. Because I think that's what we're being called to do. I think there's going to be almost like a sense of unrest I'm getting. And I think that we, people who are on a different timeline, I call us any of us that have been really working on our spiritual lives, to be on a higher timeline, to be that calming factor, right? And then you have underneath, it's like, this is the motto here, right? The rose's kiss. The beauty. And it is what it is. So if something is going to be happening, and this is a number 6 card, if something is going to be happening, we're really, really in a position to help others adjust. I think, and I said this in a different reading before, I know that I was planning on linking that anyway. It's called Magic Mind. And I do address the fact that between Gemini and Sagittarius, who are mutable signs. Then you have Virgo, who's also a mutable sign. But Sagittarius and Gemini are opposites on the axis, but they're both mutable signs. One's fire and one's air. And I find that interesting here because we do have the wheel. Divine timing, but things are going to be, it's going to work out in favor, but it feels like it's going to happen by July or in July, before that Lionsgate time, which is I've been getting in the readings as a big time. And then there's this spark, right? There's this Ace of Wands spark idea. Fortunately, Gemini is very quick thinking, so it can adjust and come up with ideas. Okay, run into a problem, you go through your, mind house and come, we're very good about, okay, oh, come to a roadblock, I'll just pivot to another plan. So under sacred reverence, I do feel that you need to do a grounding practice. And I feel like, to tell you to do some logical thinking. And I would say make a point of not being scattered in your thoughts. You need to be grounded. You need to I would say, make time to settle in your thoughts every day. What I mean by that is do some grounding work, release physical energy, but do grounding work. And for you, I would say getting out and walking in nature would be really good, especially if you can feel the wind and the air on you, because being an air sign, um, I'm air and water quite a bit. So for me, swimming is great. So I kind of get, in my own way, I get a grounding from swimming. But you might find it could be music, something that grounds you, a meditation, something that's just going to quiet your mind. And if you need to instead watch a campfire, anything like that. Page of Pentacles, there's going to be something that is going to require rebuilding. That's the rebuilding was the word that I got. So I think this is something that's very, this is like a collective thing going on. And I still get the feeling that the cause of it may be natural, right? But people who aren't well grounded and don't have a good support system with a tribe that is supportive can get a little overwhelmed, right? So I think part of what we're here to do is, like, light workers, is just take care of that energy a bit. and protect our own energy, protection of your own energy. What other advice for Gemini for mid-June? Okay, these jumped out. Okay. Five of Cups. What's the expression? No sense crying over spilled milk. Disappointment, loss, right? Three of Cups. But there's one here that's full, and there's one here that is actually creating magic. And she's got a path behind her that she can follow. And she's not paying attention. It's like, yes, there's disappointment, but there's other things that you can utilize. It's like I haven't noticed this for a bit, but looks like a little pieces of magic that you can go and collect over here. And then to me, every time I look at this, I always see the Big Dipper, right? So I think this is the first part of it, is like, there is going to be loss and disappointment, but there's other things that can be utilized. Okay. I think definitely you'll see that, and you can make the pivot and you can help people see that there is another option. And then you have the Fool. I like this advice that it's like setting out and, take the attitude that this is the start of something new. And it is. But people are going to have to adjust, without a doubt. And she is not taking much with her. And here's the magic of the water. She has her crystal. I would say she has her crystal for protection. And to me, that looks like an amethyst, which is a great crystal. I would say she's trusting. Somebody once said that when they look at this, it's like, that free fall exercise that people do where they fall back and trust someone's going to catch them. This is her. And you see the wind behind. So this is really funny for Gemini. You see that the wind is at her back and it's going to protect her. It's going to support her. And she's trusting the universe to do that. So then, of the three that came out, Queen of Wands. And it's very funny that we had that spark of an idea, and the Queen of Wands is the one that takes that spark right here and can make it multiply. That's what I'm getting, that she can take this and make it multiply. Her focus, and she's triumphant. So I would say you're going to be fine, but I think you need to be a light for others, right? You're going to need to be that light for others that are out there that are not easily accepting of change. So what I want to do is switch these out. I want to draw 3 more cards from the Oracle deck here, from an Oracle deck here. 3 cards for Gemini mid-June. Wow, these mid-June readings, tell you what, I am just hanging on and seeing what's going to show up. So let's see. Okay. Your greatest work is your legendary legacy. You're important in this, right? And don't forget, your Mercury ruled. You're all about books and learning, and whatever you decide to take on, do it with that Mercury energy, is what I would say. Fulfill your destiny as a cosmic change maker. And look at how these two blend into one another. And you're in the air. And you're up above. Last one, the activated ally. Use your angels and guides. Ask for their help. A lot of times, they're there for you, but sometimes it doesn't hurt to say, you know what? I could use a little guidance. I could use a little help. I'm asking for help in this situation. lead me to whatever path I need to be on. The activated ally. So, look at how all these three came out together. I think what you're going to be doing is very important. I think you have the ability to adjust very easily. And as I said in that other reading, you and Sag, especially. Not that I don't love Virgo. I raised a Virgo. He's awesome. And he's got that plan, and he'll have a list of things that you guys need to do to help each other. But that is earth energy. And so I think all of you working together, I'm getting all of you working together as the mutable signs. Yeah, you're going to be needed. You're going to be needed to help people adjust to change. So you have a big task ahead of you. So do I. I'm a Gemini rising, but we have Jupiter on our side in our first house. So utilize your energy, protect your energy. And I think you're going to find that you're going to have a big task ahead of you, but you can accomplish this. I'll talk to you soon.